what I'm trying to say is because of Ralph Rangnick, because of a bit of honesty for Ralph Rangnick, people and idiots are leaving the club, rightly so. Our head scout left, and we've recruited another guy from inside, been at the club 11 years, Mike.
No,
Good luck to him.
Because he's out.
No, I rate Ralph Rangnick massively.
Yeah, you lot, he said to you lot, I like the fact
I feel sorry for him still. Like yesterday,
I feel massively sorry for him. I feel massively sorry for him.
So we're moving on to the Man United game, yeah?
Let's go straight into the Manchester United game. Let's finish up actually, just quickly. Let's finish up just quickly. So we touched on the Arsenal Leeds, we touched on Liverpool, Tottenham, and how well they did. We touched on City, Chelsea as well. We spoke about. So yeah, we'll finish up just quickly on Manchester United. Nice little segue actually, Puz. Thank you for that. You've done a couple of those today. In my opinion, as the Manchester United voice on this channel, what an absolute disgrace. And because we've had a few of these horrible results of late in the last few months. Huh? Go on. Sorry?
No. I was just laughing. Me and Cess are laughing.
Oh, right. Okay. Who's there? Smiles?
Cess.
Cess. What's going on, Cess? You all right, mate?
Yeah.
Basically, because we've had a few of these absolutely horrible results, I think about the Watford game under Ollie. I think about the 5-0 that Liverpool should have been 6 or 7 under Ollie. I think even under Rangnick as well, by Atletico Madrid. Obviously, we didn't get battered, but the way we played, I think that losing 4-0 to Brighton has just gone under the bridge, but it shouldn't. One absolutely,
no, it definitely hasn't gone under the bridge. I don't think it's going
what an absolutely no. What I mean by that is
it's added to a bad season, isn't it? It's just highlighting a bad season.
What I mean by that is I don't see as much anger, and that's worse. What an absolutely disgusting disgrace of a performance. So many players. The problem with our club, right? And I was listening to someone else talk about this. The problem with our club at the moment, and just to highlight the rot. And guys, I need a minute, okay, to land on this. So just give me a sec, yeah. The problem with our club is, I heard someone else talk about this recently. Our club used to be the club of opportunity. So players used to come here, and we would fight for challenge. We would fight for titles. We'd fight for cups. If you were a young player, you came to the academy. You obviously could see a path if you were good enough. To the first team, and players were hungry. I remember videos of like players turning up to training in fancy cars and stuff and having balls booted at their car, and different stories about different things happening, like players turning up late and being fined and not being allowed to train. That was the culture. But now it seems like we've got a club full of players where you come to Manchester United and the consensus is you've made it. You haven't got to work hard anymore. I remember when
wait, can I stop you?
When
can I stop you there? You know, football's just changed in general like that. It's just changed.
Because
football has. I'm telling you, look, you got to think about it. Wait, 1 minute. I'm gonna let you land. In the early 90s, yeah, it was very like these
drinking culture.
It probably happened, but it wasn't. There was no such things as social media and anything for us to know about it as much. It wasn't as at the forefront as it is now. So when you see footballers turn up in nice cars and everything, I think it's kind of standard for a footballer to do that. I've seen youth players do that. Like it's actually bog standard.
You misunderstand the point that I'm making. That was just an example. If I don't mind that, I don't mind the mercurial players in the teams. I don't mind the flair attitudes. I don't mind that. What I do care about mostly is what you put in on the pitch. And against City, when they smashed us 4-1, for the last 15 minutes of the game, City had 91% possession. Are you joking me? What that basically tells me is Rashford came off the bench, useless. Lingard came off the bench, useless. They're not even running around. They're not even running around, Sim. You've played at a youth level, you've played at Sunday League level, you've played at Saturday level, you've played at a decent level. I'm playing at a whatever level at the moment. Does anyone have to tell you to put it in? Put it in.
No.
Put in the effort. Does anyone have to tell you to be there at 9:30? No. This is These are basic principles that I feel like we've lost, because what happens when we're getting beat by a team 4-0?
Yeah.
Where's the hunger? Where's the desire? Where's the embarrassment? Where's the leadership?
Chris, this is what I'm trying to say. See, Man United right now, yeah, you don't have a leader. Look at your team. Look at your team. No. What made me realize about Man United? When I saw your team, yeah, on paper, I said, whoa. This looks like a team that's definitely going to get into European football, which you are. Unfortunately, it's not going to be Champions League. Might be Europa Conference. And this is going to be a team that could be potentially be knocking on the door.
I want Europa League, by the way.
Of winning the league, yeah. When I saw your team on paper at the beginning of the season, I thought potentially, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it just made me realize it's a bunch of individual brilliance.
It's more than that. No, it's more than that.
It's more than that. But what I saw it for, obviously, we can talk about the board and everything. I get that.
Oh, you saw a good team, but a bunch of individuals.
That's what I'm trying to say. I saw a good team. But as the season started to unravel, I started to realize you lot are winning games by literally individual brilliance. You don't have a style of play.
Bruno Fernandes, Ronaldo, yeah.
You don't have a style of play. Number two, you don't even have any leaders. People say Harry Maguire is a leader, and I'm like, how? If I was
Who said that? Who said that?
Like, he's a captain. He's your captain. He's meant to be your leader, yeah? He's your captain, yeah? Harry Maguire, yeah? He's meant to be your leader, yeah? But if I'm Rashford and the likes of, let's say, Lingard, I've won more than you. How can you tell me how to win? Does that make sense?
Mate, you couldn't need a fish to water, mate.
But this is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like Man United, on paper, you look good. However, I don't think you actually made the decision. You lot didn't look at the team and say, "No, what? We kind of need a couple characters, or we need a couple players that actually make this team gel." It's just individual brilliance for me, and I think as the season unraveled, you kind of got shown, because let's be honest, Ronaldo's doing what he does.
Sim, unfortunately, and this is to all of the Manchester United fans out there who deep dive, I'm one of those people. Puz made a point a little bit earlier. Do we know I know who's on the board. I know who the scouts are. I know who the head of recruitment is. I know who sits next to Ralph Rangnick. I deep dive into my club. You're talking about the tip of the iceberg, mate. You're talking about the 10-15% at the top. I'm talking about the 85% at the bottom, which is pure crap. Our club, I've said this, you lot have called me out on it, and you've wound me up, and you've been doing it for ages. But haven't I been consistent when I've said that? Listen to this line. This is a Chris line, yeah? Ready? The club is rotten
from top
to bottom. And that's my hearsay. I've said that a million times. And I'm talking about the board. I'm talking about the board. Talking about the owners. I'm talking about the head of recruitment. I'm talking about the coaches. I'm talking about the fitness staff. I'm talking about the medics. I'm talking about the scouts. I'm talking about the youth. I'm talking about the under 23s, under 21s, and the management. I'm talking about all of them. All of them. It is rotten.
Say that again, Tim.
I said, shout out Pogba to Appiano.
Well, he's living his best life, man. He's enjoying his life, man. What do you want him to do?
What do you want him to do?
But I know, Paz, no, it is, yeah. When we put that up, yeah, in my head, I thought, bro, your team is in the gutter. Like, that's the last.
Do you know what? Honestly, yeah, what a player is doing, like when it comes to certain things, yeah, I don't really care about it, innit?
I get you, but what I'm trying to say, that's the last thing you should be putting on your social media. You know what I mean, Chris?
No,
bro, but the thing is, he's actually not training, but he's doing recovery. So
he's doing recovery, but
there's nothing wrong with what he's doing.
You say that. Literally, the club underlined Ralph Rangnick and said Jessie Lingard can't go in January, and said that he's crucial to the team. This is after the man in question is putting up photos of himself in a West Ham shirt, saying, "Come on, West Ham, Are you dumb?
I need to ask. I need to ask your opinion on something. What did you think of what his brother put out last week?
Oh.
He went in on you lot.
Yeah, no, we loaded that on our Instagram. People, go check that out.
Literally, look. What I'm sick of, and I'll answer your question and extend it as well. My point on that is, Sim, I couldn't give a toss, mate. I couldn't give a toss. You know why? You and take your little brother as well, your little 29-year-old flop, and piss off. Get as far away from my club as possible. See,
this is why his brother said that. This is why his brother said that.
No. Because I'll tell you why.
How many years? How many years of faithfulness is he giving to Man United? And you're not.
No. Pause. Hear me out. Alex Ferguson, when he was in charge, good players, if they're not performing, you're out. Lingard should have gone last summer, right?
I think Lingard would have performed on the six.
No, listen.
No,
listen to my point. Listen to my point.
He wanted to go, you know, Chris. Remember, you blocked.
It's the club blocked him. Ollie blocked him. And these people, no. Ollie said,
then now you can't
I want you to stay this season. I want you to stay this season, and I'm going to give you game time. He got no game time. He should have left. We all told him, Sim, Puz, I'm telling you now. His brother is put out messages to defend Lingard, saying that he made a point and he honored. Listen, ask any Manchester United fan. No Manchester United fan wanted him to stay. He should have listened to us and left. He just had the season, 6 months. We were calling him Messi Lingard. He got himself back into England contention.
You literally just said that it wasn't his fault that he didn't leave. It actually wasn't his fault.
No, Puz, it was completely his fault. Listen here's what I'm sick of, okay? Here's what I'm sick of.
If the club say you're not going nowhere.
No, that's in January. We're talking about the summer.
Yeah, go on.
West Ham put a £25 million on the table for him.
Yeah.
Ollie said no. Ollie said, please stay. You're part of my plans. And then the club backed Ollie. What he should have done. No. Listen, boys. Okay, listen. You want to defend Jessie Lingard. You want to say that what his brother said is justified. Okay, all right. I'm going.
No, what his brother said. I'm not justifying what his brother said.
We're not justifying it, but I can see some reasoning.
What I'm sick of, and this is a culture that's creeping into football. What I'm sick and tired of, especially at Manchester United, woe is me. What I'm sick and tired of is it's not my fault. I have a vision in my head that there are players, and he is one of them, Jessie Lingard, sat on that bench yesterday, happy. Because you know what he can do immediately after that game? I'm training hard. I'm working hard. I'm doing everything. See, it's not my fault. Rashford, I'm training hard. I'm working hard. I played through injury. It's not my fault. Harry Maguire gets booed by England fans. Oh, boo-hoo. Cry me a flipping river, bruv. Yeah? I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about you as an individual. Because if you want respect, if you want the time, put it on the pitch. I don't care about you when you're coming on against Manchester City with 22 minutes left and doing nothing. When you get played, you get started. Jessie Lingard got started. He was the senior player in the what was it, Europa League? No.
It was the FA
against
Cup.
FC Boys. It was the FA Cup. That's it. Sorry, apologies. FA Cup against Middlesbrough. Yeah. He was the senior player on the team, and we had a bunch of youth players. He was shocking. He was sorry.
No, I'll say let's try and round up this section when you finish. But
no. That's my point. I've made my point. I'm sick and tired of these prima donnas saying, "Oh, it's not my fault." I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about your individualism. I care about my club. I care about my team. If you care about you, Neymar cares about Neymar. Lingard cares about Lingard. Lingard doesn't give a toss. At the moment, here's how I feel about Lingard and my team. I don't think Lingard gives a toss about Manchester United as long as his socials are up. Because he will post a picture of himself on West Ham to get his socials up when we're losing. He will put a message outside there to get fans on his side to say, oh, woe is me. I've had a bad season. I've made promises and I've not been played. I don't care. You're not good enough. Jessie Lingard's not good enough anyway. For me, Jessie Lingard is an Everton player. Jessie Lingard is a Newcastle player now, not in a few years when Newcastle are challenging for top 4. He's not a top 4 player. Will Chelsea sign him? Will Arsenal sign him?
But can I ask you something?
Let's just not pick on Jessie Lingard though.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He is one example. I can give you about 10 names.
Yeah, but Chris, can I ask you something? All right, fair enough, yeah. Ollie promised him. But in January, you had a chance to let him go and you still didn't let him go. Why is that?
Because the club kept him when he could have forced the move.
No,
He forces a move now. Fans are still gonna
know why they kept him. You don't know why they kept him.
Go on.
A certain person's in trouble. That's why they kept him. I'm telling you, that's why they kept him. He wanted to go.
But yes, guys, let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you guys think.
Let us know what you guys think. Listen, I'm sorry. Lingard, Pogba, Cavani, Eric Bailly, Dean Henderson. Like I told you, I can name 10 players. Harry Maguire. Listen to what I'm going to say. Have these guys all been wronged by the club? Yes. When I said this from the start, the club's rotten from top to bottom. I know that for a fact. They've all been let down by the club. They've all been let down by managers. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Jose Mourinho. Look at how Jose Mourinho tried to get rid of Pogba, tried to get rid of Martial. There's a reason why these players wanted out the club. Also, we put them on stupid contracts and put them in golden cages. No one can afford Martial. That's why he's going to come out. We've got Pereira on the books. No one can afford his wages. That's why he's coming back. So I'm not trying to say that the club hasn't wronged these players, hasn't made them wrong. What should have happened, the club should have sold them. That's what should have happened. Pogba should have gone 3 seasons ago. Lingard should have gone last season. Mata should have gone 4 seasons ago. Cavani shouldn't have been extended for a year. So I'm not trying to say the club is not at fault. However, we still got football to play. Okay? We still got football to play. And as fans, we tune in, just like you guys do, week in, week out, week in, week out. We can't control what our club does. We know our club's owned and run by idiots. We know that. So to an extent, yes, I feel for you. But at the same time, I don't. Because Jessie Lingard, let me tell you this. Number one, he's not good enough. Pogba has not been good enough. Mata has not been good enough. Matic has not been good enough. Cavani has not been good enough, because whether they are good enough, whether the club's wrong them or not, when you go on that pitch, you at least give your all, and you're not. So as far as I'm concerned, whilst you're still earning 120 grand per week, bye. That's my point. And they're mercenaries, and it's not just our club. It's not just our club. I think Everton have a bunch of them as well now, although they seem to all be picking up for Frank Lampard. I don't know how, but they got a bunch of mercenaries in there as well.
That's a great segue, Chris, because Everton won 2-1 today, and they're out of the bottom 3.
What were your thoughts on the Man United Brighton game? Just finally.
Yeah. It's the way he did it. That's why I'm laughing.
No, I'm laughing because I'll be real, Chris. Yeah, you're gonna get upset. Yeah, I think Varane's lost it, bro. I'll be real. No, Chris, hear me out before you go into one. Yeah, hear me out. Check this out. Yeah, and remember earlier on in the group yesterday, I said a voice note. I said, look, you've got to look.
Let's just keep it on the match.
All right, cool.
He's talking about the match, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm talking about the match. I said, for me, I feel that Varane was a great player. He's on He's on the defense.
Fair enough.
So for me, I feel that as Man United, why are you looking at a player that Real Madrid are looking to get rid of, and you lot have seen it as an opportunity to say, yes, we can get him? You're bigger than looking for the next big.
We really think that it was a bad buy though when they got him. You thought it was a good buy.
Not to be honest with you, I wasn't.
You thought it was a good buy.
No, I wasn't scared. I just thought, okay, I'll be honest, because it's different defending La Liga to be being a defender in the Premier League's two different things, two different places. And one thing I would say, he's very injury prone. His body was breaking down at La Liga. So for me, I wasn't surprised the type of Varane that we're getting now. I wasn't. And I said it in more than one football group on my WhatsApp.
All right, cool. Puz, what is that? All right, cool. Puz, what were you going to say? You going to comment on Varane or the game?
No, just comment on the game in general. It was poor from Man United. Midfield was completely missing. There was just no link up between the midfield, attack, and defense. And you can tell what everyone's been saying for the past couple of weeks. There's no communication. There's no coherence. So there's a complete. And I don't really believe it's a mismanagement by Rangnick, but it probably is because he's the manager. But the players are not listening to him. You can see it in his face. Like, you can see it in his face on the sidelines and on the touchline. The players are not listening to that guy. They don't care. They're doing their own thing. They're completely ill-disciplined. It's a disgrace by the players. And Brighton, absolutely. They just had like a 10, 15-minute spell where they sensed you lot's weakness and they took you to town. And I was quite surprised. I was like, oh, shit. But to be fair, Brighton beat us. Brighton beat us. Like, Brighton are not a rubbish team, as we always say.
I'm not surprised at all.
Beat anyone. So
you start giving Graham Potter ratings, because I think he's done tremendous with that Brighton squad, boy.
No, he's done well, but we've given him flowers many a times. We've said that Brighton team is a lovely football inside. And that Cucurella looks like he's going to be their player of the season. I think he's had a fantastic season. What a player he is. And lovely finish as well from him. I think Trossard for me was your man of the match. And Cucurella was solid. Trossard had Dalot in his back pocket from last week. Flipping heck. It's embarrassing. Fullbacks were shocking. They were terrible. They're just not good enough. And then the midfield, as you say, we had no legs. So even when we brought on Fred, it was just too late by that point.
Yeah, it was too late. I think
too late by that point.
To be honest with you, I just feel like Man United, your head's already thinking about next year. Does that make sense? I just don't think the guys are mentally there. That's why. Because for me, the fact that when Bruno and Fernandes came out and said, "Oh yeah, it wasn't a great performance. I should be ashamed of myself wearing the shirt and all of that." To me, I get where you're coming from, Chris, because it's like, how many times have you lot said this?
How many times have we seen it? And then guess what? Next week, we'll get a photo of them in training, winning teams.
Yeah.
Guess who'll be lying down on the floor in front?
I doubt they're going to do that this time, because it's the end of the season. Season done up.
All right, well, guess who usually is on the front line and the floor? Rashford and flipping Jessie Lingard.
Well, do you know what? Now we know that you guys definitely aren't going to be in the Champions League next season. After the loss yesterday. So how do you feel about possibly being in the Europa League or the Europa Conference League?
I love it. I wanna be in the Europa League so bad. So bad. I want to be in the Europa League so bad. I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm being real. I'm being very real right now. I want to be in Europa League because as crap as it is, and why I mean by crap, Thursday, Sunday, I don't think Europa League itself is crap. I don't think it is. I think the Thursday, Sunday contingency is crap. That's what I think is crap about it. But I don't think the league itself is crap. I don't think the teams in it are crap. I don't think the level's crap. Why not? I don't mind playing teams like Frankfurt, Napoli, Barcelona. All right, the preliminary rounds are a bit crap. You're going all over Europe, but
no, qualified for the Champions League. So
no. What I'm trying to say is when the big teams from Champions League drop out, in the last few years, we've had the likes of Inter Milan, Barcelona, Napoli, Manchester United, Arsenal. Not too long ago, big team Roma. Oh no, Roma in the Conference League now, final, aren't they? Jose Mourinho, big up Mourinho, first manager to be in all 4 European finals.
He's disgusting. He was crying, you know.
Yeah.
He was tears. I was like, nah, man. This ain't
but if they win it, so be it, because you have to put that all on Mourinho. Roma are a crap team. So anyway, my point, just to answer your question, Puz, I want to be in it because one, I feel that we need the games. I feel like it will be a very healthy distraction for us. And what I mean by that is there's going to be a lot of overhaul at Manchester United. And I personally, this is just, by the way, this is one comment, is about 50. I'm not going to make 50. This is just one little comment. I think there could quite easily be about 10 players leaving. You've got at least 6 who are
minimum 6. Yeah,
you've got at least 6 who are definitely gone, and you don't have to think very hard to get that to double figures. We can't obviously, it'd be very difficult at best. We can't obviously bring 10 in. We're hopefully going to sign between 3 and 5, and then with a new manager, etc., big transition. So what I feel is going to happen is we're going to hopefully promote some youth players through to the big team. So Hannibal Nabry, James Garner, I think we'll call him back as well. A few players out on loan, like the guy Brandon Williams at Norwich. I think he'll come back, and I think we'll probably sell Telles. Telles might go. We'll bring Brandon Williams back. Ethan Laird had a good season. I think we'll bring him back. And my point is, in Europa League, at least we can rotate the squad. Hopefully, and bring through some of these youth players and some of the new signings and give them game time. And then hopefully rest some of.
Are you going to be happy with that if the results don't go your way next season?
Yeah, because next season I have no expectations.
Yeah.
Next season I will be very, 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 very happy, or don't expect it if we get top 4. But for next season, what I want us to do.
Happy with it?
Sorry.
Do you think CR7 is going to be happy with that? Because he's staying. I think he's staying.
Yeah, CR7 I think is not coming. I think CR7 is under no illusions that Manchester United's going to go for a massive rebuild. And I think what he wants to do is be part of the start of that. We're going to have a lot of young players, I feel. Even the signings that we're linked to, we've been linked to this Darwin Nunez, 22 from Benfica. He's one of the hot property. He's going to need time. Well, who better to be under there with Cristiano Ronaldo every week? You know, for a transitional season, that's going to be brilliant. We're linked to Ajax's Anthony, another young guy. You know, you've got players. We need players like that. We need players like, hear me out, Sim. We need players like Varane, like De Gea, like Ronaldo, to help in this transition. To answer your point quickly, Sim, I agree with you. I think Varane's had a very bad season. And at this moment in time, you're absolutely correct. He could be on the decline. It could be a bad signing. The only thing I would say is I'm prepared to give him one more season. So
Chris, can I ask you something? You said a valid point just a minute ago about promoting all the and everything here. But my whole thing is that I'm happy that you appointed Ten Hag because I think he's the man for that process. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like you're not gonna get like the big signings. I'll be honest.
No.
I feel like you might get like the up and coming, the potentials, and I think he's gonna
be 30, 40, 50 mils. Yeah,
he's gonna be the guy to help you kind of bridge the gap to.
Yeah, hopefully he's got a long contract within it with the possibility of a 1 year. What I don't want a lot of United fans and other fans to do is think that Erik ten Hag's going to come here and change everything. I've made the point several times that this is a huge job. A lot's to be done. So I personally think it's going to take 2 to 3 seasons before we really start to see some real fruit come forward. It doesn't need to take that long, but it will.
To be honest,
and
it does need to take.
It does, you know.
It does. Look at us.
No, in the sense of no, you're not wrong. In the sense of, if you do it the right way, and you have to be very, very good. 3 windows.
It's still going to take long.
Hear me out. You can do it in 3 windows because Liverpool did. Liverpool, their first summer, started to make changes. Then in the January, made more. Then in the following summer, all the big names, Karius, Coutinho. And by the way, in that time, in that transitional period, they did get and win a Europa League. Yeah, they finished 8th, but they did win Europa League. Klopp won Europa League.
They haven't. They haven't.
Lost to Emery in the final. He lost to Emery.
Sorry, apologies. They got to the final. Sorry, apologies. Sorry, I stand corrected. In those transitional years, they got to Europa League final. They got on good cup runs. So I don't see why. I don't expect us to do that, by the way. But I don't see why, even in transitional years, so for the next 1 or 2 seasons, I don't see why we can't go on a good cup run.
That's understandable. So
even Arteta in his first FA Cup, didn't he? In his first season, 5 at the back. Mertesacker. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, Saka weren't there.
Mertesacker, it wasn't Mertesacker. It was David Luiz.
no, I swear.
No. It was Rob Holding and them man.
Didn't no?
Yeah, it was-
I thought Mertesacker had an absolute worldie against Chelsea.
No. Mertesacker weren't there.
Mertesacker wasn't there.
Wasn't
100%.
there, bro. Long
So who
retired.
was it? That was under Emery.
No, Mertesacker wasn't even under Emery. Mertesacker long retired under Wenger.
Yeah, hey, before that. That's what I'm trying to say. It was David Luiz, bro. 100%. It was David Luiz. When we won the FA Cup, David Luiz got Emery got sacked. He got us to the quarterfinal, if I'm correct. No, he got sacked just before the quarterfinals, and that's when Arteta took over and beat Man City and Chelsea. I remember.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, just to answer everyone's questions, Varane, I'm going to give one more season. I have low expect Sancho one more season as well. I'm going to give all the signings one more season, and a couple of the old heads as well. I'm going to give one more season. People like not Lingard, but people like Rashford, Maguire for me can go, but I'm prepared to give a few others.
I segue quickly into something, you know. I just remember something. I just want to talk about it for 5 minutes, and then we're just going to talk about who you guys think is going to get relegated or get into the top 4.